The Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, now out on the big screen for you guys to go and check out. I've just watched them and tell you guys my thoughts. Smash yours down in the comment section below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's talk about the latest Guardians of the Galaxy right now. Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is now officially in the books for the MCU, the newest MCU movie out. And look, there's been a lot of things going around about the MCU. People have been not as invested since Endgame. Obviously, we had the big No Way Home stuff. But people haven't really enjoyed Phase 4. Now we're moving into Phase 5. And I'm here to tell you right now. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is peak MCU. This is old school Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3 MCU. James Gunn has absolutely nailed it. He has ended the Guardians of the Galaxy story and trilogy in the most perfect way possible. This is just, it's absolutely fantastic. I really, really enjoyed this movie so much. And there are so many things to love about this. Now, what I think James Gunn nailed, which is what I didn't think he quite got in the Guardians Volume 2 for me, was the tone. I feel like he got the balance right in this one. The dark and emotional stuff, the storyline regarding all that stuff, handled perfectly. The humor didn't overpower it. The humor wasn't like diminished or anything like that. I thought the balance between humor and darkness and the tone of the emotional state, the stakes, was all perfectly balanced. Now, sometimes you can have these really dark moments and these really like emotional moments and then be overshadowed, like in Love and Thunder, with a joke that just kind of like, well, you just took away from that moment. In here, I don't think James did any of that. I think he nailed that tone when it came to those moments. He let us absorb that emotion and then hit us with that comedy side that he loves to do, exactly like he did in the first one. So I think he nailed that one in this one, where I don't think he quite got that in Volume 2. Now, the characters, man, it's wow. These characters are just something else in this movie. Let's start with Rocket. Man, bring your tissues, people, because his backstory is one emotional ride. Now, Volume 2 was all about Star-Lord and his backstory. Volume 3, we deal with Rocket's backstory. And Rocket has this absolute emotional ride of a roller coaster when it comes to his backstory. Man, you're going to be crying. You're going to be weeping. It's very, very dark. And that's what I love about this movie is James doesn't... He takes that risk. He goes a lot darker than we have seen in the MCU before. This is probably the darkest one. There are so many moments when it comes to Rocket where you're just sitting there and you're just like weeping. And there's this beautiful moment that happens with Rocket that was just absolutely fantastic. This just showed you how much of a family the Guardians are and how much they care for each other. Just to see them in the first movie to now is just absolutely incredible. So you have that all stuff, the whole entire thing about Rocket, and I don't want to go into any spoilers you guys have to see the Rocket storyline for yourselves and really get into that emotion, because that's where a lot of that emotion comes from. And we see it on our faces of our other Guardians as well, and just how much Rocket means to them. And we find out that, look, I'm telling you now, Rocket is probably the smartest being in the galaxy so far, in the MCU so far. And it is pretty much well stated and, told to us that Rocket has a brain that is just beyond light years of some beings that we know already. So I don't think Shuri is. I think Rocket is, because this just showcases how smart he really is. You have Peter as well going on his quest. The whole stuff with Gamora I thought was handled perfectly, and it really, really worked. He has his own character arc come to a conclusion in this movie as well that I thought fit really, really well. Drax. We finally got to see Drax the Destroyer. We got to see him absolutely destroy things. And it was refreshing to finally see the leash let go of Drax and watched him just pummel people. This is what we've been waiting for. A guy that was meant to destroy, was built to destroy Thanos. We finally got to see that. Mantis has her own character arc that is absolutely lovely as well. Nebula is absolutely superb in this movie. So good. She has her character arc, and so does Gamora. Like, they all do, and it all comes together and gives a beautiful send-off to them. Now, Adam Warlock. Look, obviously, it's not going to be the Adam Warlock from the comics that we know and love. That's not what's going to happen because of everything that's happened with the stones and all that. We know that's not the case. But I thought Will did a fantastic job as Adam Warlock. I'm very excited to see more of him. I thought, look, there's a reason why he acts the way he is, and it makes sense. And it all worked for me. So I'm really super excited to see more Adam Warlock and what he can bring to this universe. I thought the villain, the High Evolutionary, was absolutely superb. And that performance was absolutely incredible. One of the best performances for a villain. Up there with Killmonger. Up there with Thanos. Like, it was just an absolute fantastic performance. He brought it, and I felt every single ounce of it. He's an absolutely incredible actor, and I thought he was absolutely superb. Cinematography is fantastic. The visual effects are absolutely stunning. This is colorful brightness. It's just everything. The design of the characters, of everything going on with those, is absolutely scary, horrifying, and absolutely brilliant. There is this one shot in the final third of this action sequence in a hallway. Man, they always make it the hallway scenes are just absolutely top tier. Absolutely gorgeous. One of the best action sequences in the MCU. It was shot beautifully. The slow-mo was used correctly. You know how sometimes they can use the slow-mo and it really does slow the scene down where you're kind of like, come on, can we get on with it? I thought it was used perfectly and it worked so well. The writing's on point. The story's on point. This is peak MCU again. This felt like I was watching back in 2017, 18, 19. It felt like that. That's what James Gunn did. He delivered it. Man, I'd be lying if I said I did not cry in this movie because, bro, there's so many scenes with Rocket that just got me every single time. It's absolutely amazing, this movie. I really enjoy this movie, and I cannot wait to see this movie again. It is dark, it is gritty, it is funny. Like, oh, man, all the humor landed for me. I was laughing when I needed to. Yeah, we got the first F-bomb. Absolutely hilarious scene. This all worked for me. It really did, and, oh, man, wow. James nailed it, man. It's a beautiful way to finish off this trilogy, and it's a beautiful way for him to finish his time at Marvel. I think it's absolutely superb. Worked on every level. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What did you guys think of Guardians Galaxy Volume 3? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Where do you rank it with the other ones? Smash it down there. Smash that like button. Click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe, and peace out.